Have you ever wondered why the exact same diet that worked for you at 30 just does not work anymore at 45? You're following the same eating pattern, you're doing the same kind of exercises, same kind of workout, but the results are very frustrating, isn't it? I want you to hear this clearly before we go any further. Your body is not against you, it's communicating with you. And in this video, I'm going to explain the real science backed reason behind stubborn midlife weight. And it's probably not what you have been told about. Hi, welcome to my channel, and do hit the subscribe button and bell icons so you don't miss any of my self healing videos. I'm Meghlata and I help women release stress, rebalance their nervous system, and rise into calmer relationship with their bodies. If you have felt like your metabolism betrayed you, stay with me. Stay with me till the end. So many women tell me, Mega, I am doing everything right and nothing is working for me. What am I doing wrong? Where am I going wrong? Let me be honest with you. Actually, very often you're doing nothing wrong. Weight settling around the middle, even though you have not changed any of your eating habit, even though you're not having any stronger craving than before, you're exercising the same amount, but you're seeing different results now. And underneath all of it, frustration, even shame about a body that feels like it stopped listening to you. Let's understand what's really happening there. Weight gain in your 40s and 50s is rarely just about calories in versus calories out. It's deeply connected to your stress hormone called cortisol. Think of cortisol like a pressure cooker's steam valve. In small bursts during workout or meeting deadline, it's actually wonderful. But when your body carries constant low grade stress for years, that valve stays open too long, releasing cortisol far more often than it should actually be doing. When there is high release of cortisol constantly, it tells your body you're in danger. Hold on to fat stores for survival, especially around the abdomen. It increases cravings for sugar and fat. It disrupts your sleep, which raises cortisol even further. And it slows down metabolism as your body prioritizes protection over efficiency. And thanks to your age bracket, you add your declining estrogen into this mix, and your body becomes even more sensitive to cortisol's effects, shifting fat storage towards the middle. So understand that this is a hormonal and nervous system shift, and it's not your discipline problem. I want to bust few myths here. Myth number one is I just need to eat less and move more, then everything will be fine. Many women in this stage, during more of the same intense workouts and restrictive eating, can actually raise cortisol further and it can work against you. Okay? Myth number two, my metabolism is just broken. For your information, it has not broken. It has adapted to a nervous system which is under prolonged stress. Myth number three, this is just how it is for women after 40. Nothing helps. The fact is, many women see real shifts once cortisol and nervous system regulations get addressed alongside nutrition and movement. This is where my RRR method comes in. Release, give your body's stress response a healthy outlet so cortisol is not chronically elevated. Breath work, gentle movement, or emotional release practices like Ho'oponopono, all of them help. Then the second R is rebalance. As the nervous system calms, cortisol patterns normalize, supporting more balanced hunger cues, cravings, and sleep. And third R is rise. With a calmer internal environment, your body becomes far more responsive to the nutrition and movement choices you're already making. Here is something simple to try before your next meal. It's a 60-second calming pause. Sit down, don't eat standing or rushed. Take 3 slow breaths. Exhaling should be longer than your inhalation. Exhalation should be longer than your inhalation. After 3 set of inhalation exhalation, silently say to yourself, I am safe, I can nourish my body. Then begin eating slowly, noticing the first few bites. This small pause shifts your nervous system out of stress mode before eating, which supports better digestion and reduces your body's instinct. Hold on to fat as protection. I worked with a working mother in her mid 40s who was exhausted from years of restrictive dieting that has simply stopped working for her. She was almost afraid to eat normally again. We focused first on her nervous system regulation. Within a few weeks, her sleep had improved drastically. Her cravings had reduced. And she told me, for the first time in years, I don't feel like I am at war with my own body. Here is your 7-day plan. Just follow this to the T. Day 1 and 2, do the 60-second calming pause, which we discussed little earlier, before meals. Day 3, swap one intense workout for a slow walk or a gentle yoga. On day 4, try 5 minutes of Ho'oponopono towards your body. On day 5, aim for a bedtime 30 minutes earlier than your routine. Day 6, notice one moment of self-criticism and gently replace it with kindness. And finally, on 7th day, reflect on how your body felt this week. Not in terms of weight index, but experientially how you're feeling. If you can resonate with the video, please click the like button, share the content to somebody, and subscribe to the channel. Remember, the same nervous system patterns that affect fatigue often affect your weight also. And if you'd like personal support, you're always welcome to book a free clarity call. My WhatsApp link is given in the description box. You can always connect. Your body is not against you. It has been protecting you the only way it knows how, based on years of stress it has absorbed. You don't have to fight it. Actually, you can learn to work with it. Healing happens only when we gently practice what truly supports your body. You're much, much, much more powerful than what you think you are. Take care of yourself today. See you soon.